Welcome everyone. I'm Mark, and this is Morning Minutes for Friday, March 7th, 2025. Today our topic is desert places. When we think of deserts or desert places, the word desolate usually comes to mind. Now for me, growing up in Southern California, I had many occasions to frequent those types of places. One thing that is often overlooked about deserts is that they are almost always extremely hot or extremely cold. I think we also often overlook this very present reality of those extremes in our spiritual deserts. It's really easy to see desolation and emptiness when we're in it, but it's also an imperative that we see and lean into the temperature in our personal deserts. Being transparent with you all, I'll admit, it isn't the desolate nature of those places that bother me so much, but more so the constant extremes that accompany them. To illustrate this, I want us to look at the book of Jonah, chapter 4, verses 6 through 8. For example, Jonah was extremely happy about the plant God provided in the desert, but was considerably less grateful for the provision, which was obvious once it was gone. He was actually, as the verse says, angry even unto death. Those are pretty strong words. But the desert is inhospitable. It's uncomfortable, intemperate. What survives there, whether plants or animals or anything else, does so for a very specific reason. They belong there. We, however, do not. We are not desert creatures. We only survive there by grace, favor, and a bit of wisdom from heaven we manage to glean above the din of the everyday, and by holding on to intimacy with God like our lives depend on it, because they do. The point, well, my point anyway, is that there will be deserts, there will be extremes, and we can build at least a passable shelter to make things easier for a time. However, in the midst of the deserts, with all their eventualities, what God provides is perfect and only sustainable by Him. Our gratitude, our trust in Him should determine our reactions regardless of whether the comfort stays or goes. Our entire attitude should be informed by who God is and the knowledge that both He and His blessings are always good. Consider what the Apostle Paul had to say in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, and verses 11 through 13. Then ask God to show you what He's providing for you in your desert season, and be grateful. It says, "For I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity. In any and every circumstances, I have learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me." So what do you need to trust God for in your desert place? No matter your answer, though, go out with a heart and an attitude that sees and knows God's provision with gratitude. And as always, make today a great one.